What's up guys, my name is Andre and welcome to a new video. Yes! It's an actual motorcycle! At last. But not the last. So this is my new, under quotes, Honda Fan CG125. This bike has 13 years of use and over 100,000 kilometers, over 60,000 miles. It's a pushrod engine. And I am now the caretaker of this motorcycle. And yes, I did trade the 100cc moped for it. It was part of the deal. And no, I'm not regretting doing that because holy shit, dude, it's an actual motorcycle at last. And I really don't have anything to talk about because this motorcycle is so famous, so famous. We have more Honda CGs in Brazil than cars. So we always joke that you can find parts for this bike on a bakery if you ask hard enough. And I'm sorry for the shaky video because I don't have my tripod with me today. I have to to get it back from a friend of mine. But anyway, what I've been doing to it is mainly taking care of the engine right now because God knows for how long it rode with old oil. You can see once I got it, I changed the oil as soon as I could, and this is what came out of it. Of course, it was all brown. It's because it's been sitting outside that that it got water in it and etc. But this, you know, that part, yeah, I'll just focus on this area. This is the color of the oil that came out of it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a progressive engine wash, so to say. So I changed the oil just before, some 20 kilometers before the odometer flipped. And once I reach 200 kilometers in here, I'm going to change the oil again. And with the oil at 130 kilometers, it's still clear. So for an engine with 100,000 kilometers, with 130 kilometers, the oil to be basically clear. That is extraordinary news. That means that by some miracle, the piston rings are still good and the blow-by is minimum. I am stoked. So once the odometer reaches 200, I'm going to change the oil again. And then finally at 1000, I'm going to change the oil again. And yeah, that's basically it. There isn't much to talk about. You know, we have a bent rim. You can see that I am missing some plastic work from the bike because this is a wheelie bike. You can tell that it's a wheelie bike just by the play of the throttle. So yeah, and the worst part is I can't even remove this amount of play in there. It'll have to stay that way. It's got a USA Racing exhaust muffler right there. Has a great sound. Today was quite chilly. Yesterday was very hot. In fact, it got so hot that it was hard to gear in neutral. That's funny. It was hard to put it on neutral. That's how hot it was yesterday. But today was a bit chilly, and it turned on. I couldn't believe it. It cranked on the first try. Either this engine has been rebuilt sometime in the past, which I doubt because it was using the original spark plug. I'll try to get it out for you to see just how worn it was. So this is the spark plug that was in there. Look at that gap. So this leads me to believe that this is the original spark plug that was in that engine. The factory original. So I've been doing a few things to it. So when I got it, the speedometer didn't work. Consequently, the odometer didn't work. What else? I noticed that the mixture was a bit rich, so I leaned it. The spark plug was worn, so I changed it. Next thing I got to change is the drive sprockets and the chain because they're extremely worn. You wouldn't believe it. It's got over. I would expect that it's got over 20,000 on it, and for a bike with 13 years. For a 13-year-old bike to have only over 100,000 kilometers, that means that this bike only saw about 20 kilometers of daily use. You know, really just going from and to work. So it has had a very light use throughout its life. The engine shows that, even though it's got over 100,000 kilometers on it. The thing I love the most is this is a push rod engine. So this is the side of the cylinder, and I'm going to show you an engine of about the same design, but that has an overhead camshaft. And so this porthole right here is there for you to tension the cam chain. But weirdly enough, my engine has a bigger intake port on the cylinder head than this 150. So my 125 has a bigger, look at that, has a bigger inlet port on the cylinder head than oh, my English is going down the drain, than the 150. I'm sure you're killing right now to hear this thing run, so let me get the key. Because yes, being an actual motorcycle, it has to have a key. Only a kickstart. Let's try it. Here you go. I have personally set the idle to be a bit high so that it doesn't die when I try to take off on traffic lights. That's the sound of the USA Racing muffler. And it's great. I really, really love it. So, let me go ahead and ride it for you. Alrighty, so let's go. I have to say that this is the second try. The second time that I'm trying to record this video, because the first time I used my iPhone 4S and the stabilization wasn't good. So let's try it again. Look at my headlight. So we'll take you for a ride then. Got it? That's gonna be good. So, neutral, yep, slips in nicely. Only after the oil change. Because before that was actually quite hard. Try not to lose my front wheel. That's why I'm not braking with the front wheel. just sails away like nothing. I love it. Hey, neutral just slipped in. You would think that I would prefer my other bike because it doesn't have a clutch. You're wrong. I actually prefer this one because it does have a clutch. Because man, I couldn't sit idle with it. Gearing neutral was a chore. I just love this thing. I absolutely love it. That's why. What's going on with the seat in there? It's crumpling up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. And I rode 20 kilometers to get this bike into a neighbor city. Man, I have no words for it. Everything works. All the blinkers, the brake light, the horn, everything works in it, including the steering lock, so that no one can just simply, you know, carry it away. So, yeah, something else that I will have to change soon enough is the rear tire, because it's like 90% through its life, so it really doesn't have any more life left in it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.